Hey there, Dan Welch with Emerging Revolutionary War. We're back with another video this evening, and we're picking up the story of William Dawes, the often forgotten about other rider. As we talked about earlier this evening, Paul Revere just happens to have the famous poem written about him, the one that gets all the attention, but William Dawes is going to be taking the much longer land route out of Boston, across Boston Neck, and begin to make his way towards alerting John Hancock and Sam Adams of the approach of the British by direct order of none other than Joseph Warren. We're standing here not far from Cambridge Common, and there's a unique marker, if you will, to honor Dawes' midnight ride. And as you can see down here below me, they have highlighted with the golden horseshoes and golden font, noting that William Dawes has making his way to Lexington on April 19, 1775. Descendants of William Dawes even included a much smaller marker talking about Dawes' midnight ride with a bronze map depicting the route. Dawes would have much further to ride than Paul Revere on the evening of April 18th and into the early morning hours of the 19th. And now I'm going to turn it over to ERW historian extraordinaire Mark Malloy.
I gotta say, this is pretty cool to be standing on the road here, looking at the hoof prints of William Dawes, exactly 250 years to the moment when Dawes would have come through this area. It's a real moving experience. And like Dan was saying, they got markers here. We're right at the entrance to Cambridge Common, which is going to play important roles throughout the entire Revolutionary War. But for this time, at this moment, this is a really, really special place to do. And like William Dawes is often overlooked, and it's important to remember, we often think of Paul Revere as just a solitary rider in the darkness, alerting the countryside, but he was one of many riders that were going throughout everywhere, alerting people of the march of the regulars. And so we're going to pick up the story in a few minutes with Paul Revere's ride, but let's remember William Dawes, his place in history. No better place to think about that than right here and seeing the hoof prints of where his horse came through. Pretty amazing.